Looks like Donald Trump is bringing Christmas cheer and Christmas jeers to the governor of the great state of Canada. Ladies and gents, welcome back. I hope everyone had a great holiday, and we're moving on. We're about to get into the new year, and this is a time of the year when we all start to look at where we're going forward in things. And I have some great hopes for where we're going in the next year. 2025, I think, is going to be glorious. A lot of good things are happening in a lot of good places. Not necessarily quite yet here in Canada, but we're looking forward to some changes happening. And you know what? Donald Trump is edging that one along. Absolutely. Giving a little ribbing to Canada, because we have a prime minister that, well, nobody wants. Nobody in this country seems to want him, even his own party. And for good reason. Some people want to get reelected so that they can have a career. I'm hoping, we're all hoping that he aids them in moving on with their business. But Donald Trump here is really helping along here with this post that he put out on Truth Social. Now, this is a great handle to follow if you're on X. Donald Trump posts from Truth Social. When he posts on Truth Social, this account posts it on X to make it really convenient for you if you're not a Truth Social user, but you're over on X. He says, "Merry Christmas to all, including the wonderful soldiers of China who are lovingly and illegally operating the Panama Canal, where we lost 38,000 people in its building 110 years ago, always making certain that the United States puts in billions of dollars in repair money, but will have absolutely nothing to say about anything." And then he moves on and says, also to Governor Justin Trudeau of Canada, whose citizens' taxes are far too high. But if Canada was to become the 51st state, their taxes could be cut by more than 60%. Their businesses would immediately double in size, and they would be militarily protected like no other country anywhere in the world. Likewise, to the people of Greenland, all the dozens of you. I joke there. I'm sure there's tons, but which is needed by the United States for national security purposes, and who want the U.S. to be there, and we will. This was Donald Trump just the other night. Unbelievable. But this is a precarious situation in Canada, because he keeps joking about this idea of making Canada the 51st state, and it's actually growing in popularity. Not only is it growing in popularity, but it's not unprecedented for a case like this to exist. Now, mind you, Canada is in a pretty bad scenario. We've had, we've given the keys to the Cadillac to the pool boy for 9 years, and well, he's ruined the place. He's absolutely destroyed our economy. We are disheveled. We are really in a rough spot, and other places have been in rough spots like this and have been absorbed by other places. And this, what a perfect time to segue into this. But this was from our show last week on Wednesday. If you're not familiar with it, and I know Christmas was on Wednesday, so we didn't do it. So this morning, Thursday morning, usually the video comes out. That will be live this evening, so go check that out. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, hit that notification bell. It'll notify you when we go live. But Marty and I, we do a podcast every Wednesday evening live, and then the show goes out on Thursday morning. So this week it's on Thursday, so tune in live to that. But this was said during that podcast, which is an interesting little tidbit. Also put it out on Twitter for people to watch it there. Been doing these shorts. They're great content.
It's happened throughout history, right? Newfoundland, people forget this, but after World War II, Newfoundland was a British colony doing poorly, went bankrupt. And what did they do? They pleaded with us, hey, Canada, can we join Confederation? So if we keep going down this path, and I'm sure we're going to get comments from the viewers on this, but if we keep going down this path, maybe the Americans can just buy us for,
pennies on the dollar.
I don't know.
Yeah, that is a scenario that could happen. Other people pointing out here, before we get into that, other people pointing out that This also happened to Great Britain. Dwight Trimble on X saying this happened to Great Britain. Scotland bankrupted itself after attempting to become an imperial power. England bailed them out, and they just merged their flags to form the Union Jack. This is how it works. This is how history has worked. Now, Donald Trump putting this one out there. Actually, his son Eric Trump put this one out on X saying, "We are so back." And of course, this is it's a meme, but what's interesting is, I don't know if this is Photoshopped, but down there, you can actually see this on the screen of Donald Trump's phone there as he's looking at it. So he's looking at this meme. Obviously, it's not a real checkout, but it's your cart has Canada in it, has Greenland in it, has the Panama Canal. This is where things are going. Now, obviously, people are commenting on this situation. You know, Trump posting this out there. People saying 60% lower taxes and a constitution. Woo! It's getting harder and harder to say no. This is it really actually is at this point. A lot of people, naysayers, saying, "Oh, I'm Canadian," and have this sentimental attachment to it, and that's fine. Leave your comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think about this. Of course, you know where my allegiances are. They're with both countries because I've been a dual citizen my whole life, so I'm happy either way where it goes. But I would like to have lower taxes, absolutely. Bruce McGonigal saying Donald Trump is offering Canada a 60% tax reduction and an economic boom if Canadians become the 51st state of the U.S. We would be able to keep emergency rooms open. The dollars we earn would also have way more value than the weak dollar, the weak Canadian dollar. Pretty sad when a passing joke starts sounding so appealing. And remember, this is a joke. This is a joke, but a lot of people taking it seriously and saying there is, like, it's very split. Even amongst this audience, this community is very split. People saying, yeah, I would love to join the United States. That would be fantastic. Some people even saying, yeah, and then I could just move to Florida or some warm place and get away from the cold. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Donald Trump also getting more in there, more with the rib, just saying, I left Wayne Gretzky, the great one, as he's known in ice hockey circles. I said, Wayne, why don't you run for Prime Minister of Canada, soon to be known as the governor of Canada? You would win easily. You wouldn't even have to campaign. He had no interest, but I think the people of Canada should start a draft Wayne Gretzky movement. It would be so much fun to watch. Absolutely. This is classic Donald Trump coming back. He's coming back on social media, doing his usual Trump thing, which is really riling people up. Of course, like I said, this is getting some people quite upset about this. But while he's doing this, he's doing so many other great things, namely, one thing we the people in Canada have been trying to do for some time. Charlie Kirk saying, breaking, President Trump announces the U.S. will officially withdraw from the World Health Organization, calling it a corrupt globalist scheme funded by American taxpayers. What are your thoughts? I would love to know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. But how can you not get behind having less taxes? Of course, we could do these things in our own country. We could have a constitutional convention. We could, have a real look at the situation. Canada is in some pretty awful situation, and this is why the Conservatives are polling so well right now, while Trudeau is being asked to resign by his own party. They want to oust him because obviously they have careers to look out for, and there's a bunch of them. There is a bunch of them that are worried about their own pensions, and this is a big issue right now. Breaking, Ontario federal Liberal MPs panic as they're about to lose their pension. Yeah, that's right, because they tried to push the vote out by another few weeks. I think it was only 1 week. They're 1 week out from getting their pensions. It shows what their real motivations are. It shows really where their motivations are. It's about their long-term, what they can get out of it. It's not about service to the public. It's not about service to the government. It's not about service to the commons, the people of this country. No, it's about serving themselves. And this is why a lot of people are calling for some drastic change in this country. Which way is it going to go? Is it going to go towards annexation of Canada or parts of Canada? Or is it going to go in the direction of actually fixing things? Do you think that the Conservatives are going to be the ones to actually do that? Let me know in the comments down below, and we'll see you in the next one. Keep on trucking.